Hi, I'm Megan. I'm a certified personal trainer and corrective exercise specialist. I'm also someone who works from home and understands how difficult that can make it to squeeze in little moments of movement and mobility. So today we're going to take a few minutes just to, from our seated position at our desk, do some mobility exercises that both feel good and help to counterbalance the effects of sitting for long periods of time, which really does a number on our bodies. So this will be less than 10 minutes long, and I promise you'll feel better after. So make sure you bookmark this, share it with some friends, and I'll be posting these on a regular basis. All right, so we're going to start with one of my favorites. This is a seated figure 4. We're going to cross the ankle over the knee. Make sure that your ankle joint isn't on your leg. So move your foot a little bit past. We're going to sit up really tall. And then I want you to start by trying to lean your belly button towards your lower leg, keeping the chest up and open. You should feel that in the hip and glute area of that elevated leg. If you want, and if it feels good, you can make this a little bit more dynamic. So we can start to reach our chest towards the knee, chest towards the ankle. You'll notice that the stretch changes a little bit as we rotate. We're going to hold this one for about 30 seconds, either static or moving. It's up to you, whatever feels good. And so these videos are also designed to follow along. So I'm going to be doing everything with you. This makes it really easy to just hit play, because I understand that the jobs that we have, the lives that we live, decision fatigue is it's a real thing. And so it's really nice just to be able to hit play, not think about it, and really trust that the person who's guiding you through some sort of stretching or movement practice on the other end knows what they're doing. We're going to switch legs, do the same thing on the other side. This is another reason why I really wanted to start doing these videos too, is because the misinformation online and especially on social media is just rampant. And I have a lot of, my heart just reaches out for people who don't know, who can I trust and who should I not trust online, especially around fitness and movement, because I have seen some people guide people through various movement practices and exercises that could be really harmful and potentially sets them up for injury. And it's really common to see people offer movements that aren't inclusive, that aren't accessible to a large range of people. And I want these to be accessible, and I want everybody to be able to do them. All right, next we're going to work on stretching out the neck. So we're going to start with the front of the neck. These muscles in here often get short from sitting in these hunched forward head, chin down type of postures. So we're going to take one hand at the base of the neck over the collarbones. Other hand, you're just going to anchor the hands here, and then we're just going to look up. You can have your mouth open or closed here, whatever feels good. But you should instantly feel this stretch on the front of the neck and in the chin. If you want, you can start moving the head side to side. Okay, come out of that, take a second. Let's just go side to side with the head with a neutral chin. Okay, we're gonna do that one more time. So anchor the hands and look up. Make sure you're breathing here. Really deep breaths into the belly. My goal with these sessions too is that this is an opportunity to regulate the nervous system, to lower our stress response, to take deep breaths. We have a really Say hi. Oh, hello. Yeah, we have a habit of breathing really shallow into the chest. Especially women, because we're taught to like suck it in all of the time. So try to just practice being aware of that and really feel your belly inflate as you inhale. All right, now we're going to work into the side of the neck and the trap. We have a few different options here. The first one is just to sit up really tall and drop ear to shoulder. Okay, also option to move that chin a little bit. If you want to take this stretch a little deeper, we can take that opposite arm. You're going to flex the wrist, okay, and imagine pushing that palm into the floor as we're leaning the head the opposite direction. You should feel this stretch intensify through the arm. And then keep actively pushing that palm towards the floor. Another option here is you can take this hand, grab onto the side of your chair, counter lean. So now I'm leaning in the same direction that my head is going. You'll feel that get into that trap a little bit more. And just let your body weight do the work for you. Still keeping that spine nice and tall here. All right, other side. Take the same variation on this side that you took on the other. We want these stretches to feel good. They shouldn't be painful. They might be a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you're super tight. But I want these to be enjoyable. And the goal here too, like take what works and leave what doesn't. As I put out more and more of these videos, my goal with these is that you can be building your own library of movements in your head so that you can start to put together stretching, mobility, workouts that feel good for you, that feel good in your body. All right. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to work into the back a little bit. We're going to do some stretching and some strengthening. Something, I don't know if y'all have ever seen those like harnesses, the straps where you can strap your chest and it like pulls your shoulder back into proper alignment. We can just do that internally by strengthening the muscles in our back and stretching and opening up the chest. So we're going to do a little bit of that today. So I just want to work on, we're going to start by rotating through the spine. I'm going to have you grab opposite elbows. We're going to take a deep inhale into the belly. As you exhale, you're going to turn as far as you can. We're going to inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Try to exhale all of the air out of your lungs. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. Great. All right, now we're going to do some seated cat-cows. I'm going to turn this way so you can get a better idea of what's happening in my spine. So we're going to sit up tall. I'm going to put my hands on top of my knees. We're going to inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Use your hands on your knees to create a little bit of tension here. Use your hands as leverage. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round, tuck the chin. We're going to do 2 more of these. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Go at your own pace here, but just try to sync movement to breath. Oh, it should feel so good. right. Now we're going to do some strengthening. This series, these are called YTWIs. The research has shown that these are some of the best movements for strengthening the muscles in your back. They're very easy. Well, I shouldn't say easy. They're very accessible. There are ways to make them harder, ways to make them easier. We're going to start off with an easy version. And later in some of these other videos, I'll show you some progressions for movements to make them more challenging. So for today, we're going to start with a seated variation. So again, long spine, we're going to hinge forward, okay? Make sure we don't want to be feeling this in our lower back. So if you notice your back is rounding like this, you need to sit up a little bit more. So hinge forward as far as you can while keeping this natural slight curvature in the lower back. We're going to plant our feet into the floor. Feet should be hip width distance. We're going to start by making the letter Y. So hands are going to be down towards the knees, thumbs are up, core is engaged. If your core isn't engaged, your lower back is going to take on a lot of the burden of this hinged position. If this is too much, you can do the same exact exercise just sitting up. Okay, this is just going to give us a little bit more, this is just going to be a little bit harder, of course. So we're hinging, you're making the letter Y, thumbs are going to be pointed up. So I'm going to reach up as far back as I can. Belly is engaged. Thumbs are pointed behind me. Chin is neutral. Okay, back is flat. We're going to lower the hands back. I like to tap my pinky, the pinky edge of my hand to my knees, just to kind of remind my brain to get full range of motion here. So I'm going to tap. I'm going to lift, make the letter Y, and lower. We're going to do 3 of these. Tap, lift, Y. Okay, you should feel this in the upper back, back of the shoulders. Now we're going to make the letter T. Okay, same thing. Arms are going to come out perpendicular to the body. Okay, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the thumbs pointed back. Tap those hands to your legs. Lift, squeeze, tap, one more, lift, squeeze. You might feel some clicking in your shoulders. I do. Okay, we're going to make the letter W now. So now we're going to pull the elbows in. You're going to close the hands. Okay, if you want, you can tap your arms like this in front of you. You don't have to. I, again, just kind of like to remind myself to get through the full range of motion. So we're going to hinge. You're going to close the arms. And now we're going to open into a W. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Thumbs are up. The thumb position is just going to help keep your shoulders open. Okay, so if thumbs are like this, we might be like rounding the upper back a little bit. So sit up really tall, point, squeeze, close, squeeze the shoulder blades. From behind, this is what it's going, this is the shape I'm making. Okay. Close, last one, open, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, last letter that we're going to make, take a little break if you need to, is the letter I. So we're going to hinge, get into position, belly is engaged. You're going to lift those arms straight up right next to your head. Thumbs are pointing behind you. Tap knee, lift, squeeze. Tap knee, last one, lift, squeeze. All right, we might have gone like a minute over 10 minutes, but we did it. Hopefully that feels energizing. You can give yourself a little hug and a little wiggle through the spine. That always feels good to me. And I'll be back with another video soon.